Welcome to FIFA 07 and welcome to 2007. Currently, George W. Bush is US President, the final Harry Potter book has been released, the very first iPhone has been released, and AC Milan are European champions after defeating Liverpool in a rematch of the 2005 Champions League final. That is where we come into the picture. I have been wanting to make another retro rebuild for a very long time now, but was waiting for the right storyline to enter my mind. Then, after watching highlights of Australia's 2006 World Cup campaign and ultimately Harry Kewell highlights for Liverpool, I knew that this is what we needed to do. Today is a rebuild of a different kind. Not only is it retro, but it is for redemption. Can we rewrite history and make Liverpool European champions? Let's find out. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome back to the rebuilding series. Today though, it is with a twist. We are in FIFA 07. This is foreign territory, been over 10 years since I now played this game, but we're back and we're going to be rebuilding Liverpool. If you guys do go on to enjoy this retro rebuild, however, make sure you leave a like on the video. Really enjoy doing these different sorts of videos, but also if you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. So this is what our squad looks like, our starting 11 for the first season. I'm going to be rocking a 4-4-2 formation. It might only last one season this, so let's see how we go, but it is a very good side. I've changed around with the formation a little bit, so Gerrard and Xabi Alonso, very excited to use them. We've got Pepe Reina in between the sticks, Jamie Carragher still in there, Craig Bellamy in the right mid spot. Was going to play him in striker, but I wanted to use Dirk Kuyt and Luis Garcia instead. Then on the bench, we got some interesting names here. We've got Peter Crouch, we've got Jermaine Pennant. That's not Musa Sissoko, that is Mohamed Sissoko, who's actually a bit of a weapon in this game. Robbie Fowler as well on the reserves. Then you got players like Dan Guthrie, who is 44 rated in this game. Mark Gonzalez, what did I think? I was thinking Maxime Gonzalez, whatever the name is. But then Daniel Agger in there, 71 rated at this point, still only 20 years age in this game. We got Paletta, we got Warnock. We've got some interesting players in there for sure, but I'm thinking, I don't really know, maybe go for a right midfielder and then have Bellamy as our backup, maybe go for a new centre back and have a really strong back line. Maybe go for a new striker. I don't know, we need to work it all out, but as always, I'll keep you up to date with our transfers. Get in there, fellas. We have made our first signing for this Liverpool rebuild, the retro rebuild. Transfer is a little bit different in FIFA 07. It's obviously nowhere near as complex as it is now, and it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to get the players, but the value of £102,000, we have paid £155,000 for Kaka. So Kaka played for AC Milan and now is a Liverpool player. So funnily enough, that's the end of the transfer window. It's different this year where you don't simulate through the calendar to get to the different dates and you can't just stop. You only get one day per game, so it goes through game by game. So you simulate the game and then it's straight to the next game, nothing in the middle. So you get 5 opportunities basically to try making transfers. And we've been able to sign Kaka. We only had one player offer come in, that was for Peter Crouch, but I want to keep him as a backup striker. So I'll see you guys halfway through the season. And no, actually, we're going to go check out our Champions League group. Let's go do that now. So it turns out we won't be playing Champions League football this season. It's weird to look at it. So it's the ECC, which is the Champions League. There's the ECC and there's the EFA. And the ECC, I googled it, is for the top, it's the Champions League. So some weird groups considering Man City's in there, Middlesbrough's in there. It does not look like the Champions League to me. And we finished 3rd last season in real life, so you would expect us to be there. Then looking at the EFA, it's very weird to see. You got Bayern Munich in there, but very weird to see that happening. So we're going to have to try qualifying for the Champions League next season and just focus on the Premier League. So here we are, the January transfer window is open. Let's go have a quick gaze at how we're going in the Premier League. So right now in the Premier League, after 20 games, we are sitting in second position, 1 point behind first place Arsenal, but it's a pretty tight title race. Us, Chelsea and Arsenal seem to be the front runners. Newcastle, Fulham, that's great to see. Fulham's my favourite English club, trailing just behind, but it's an interesting sort of table. Man City midway through, Man United in 14th. And in the drop zone at the moment, it is Reading, Wigan Athletic and Sheffield United. But I mean, our main goal is to make sure we qualify for the Champions League next season. We want to have a go at winning the rebuild and getting the Champions League title back to Liverpool. And I mean, if you look at our budget on the left-hand side there, we've got 20,000 to work with. We're not going to have much of a chance to bring anybody in unless we're able to sell somebody ourselves, which is going to be a goal of mine. So 3 pretty interesting deals are about to go through, it seems. Dirk Kuyt, the legend, looks like he's off to Charlton Athletic of all sides for 69,000. Craig Linfield looks like he's off to Empoli for 34,000. And Lee Peltier looks like he's off to Manchester United for 32,000. We want to get some more funds in and make this rebuild work. We had an offer from Fulham for Zenden for 48,000, but I want to get an offer that is closer to his market value. So we'll advance and accept those. And we're going to accept a transfer offer here from Created Players. Okay. Fair enough, FIFA 07, you do you. You've offered me enough money, 1,000 over his market value, so we'll accept that and hopefully be able to sign a quality player now and free up some wages. And it looks like my Xbox has frozen, so guess we're not doing that. I'll turn it off and see what happens again. Classic Xbox 360. I mean, I guess they say everything happens for a reason, because we weren't able to sell Zenden to Created Players because my Xbox froze. I turn it back on and we get offered more money for Zenden from Wigan Athletic, so we're going to accept it. 62, basically 63,000. Get in there! We splash the cash again and sign one of the best defenders in world football, perhaps one of the best defenders in footballing history. One of my favourite players that I've grown up watching. It is going to be Puyol, the Spaniard, signing here for 157,000. We've paid out of our arse, most definitely, for both him and Kaká, but it is going to be so worth it. Our back line is going to be absolutely incredible. Carragher and Puyol. Welcome to Liverpool, Carlos Puyol. We had one attempt left. We had one more game really to go through. Not 1 hour, because it's not like FIFA 18, FIFA 17, where you have the transfer deadline day. It's just between games. We had one more attempt. I tried to sign Dani Alves, still only at this age, 23 years of age, 80 overall. We wanted to get a new right back in. Could have afforded him, but Sevilla did reject our offer, and ultimately the transfer window has closed. So we've got our squad. We've made 2 signings in the first season, and they're big signings. 2 of my favorite all-time players, Kaká and Puyol. And this is what I love about the retro rebuilds, because it's very nostalgic for me. I spent the whole time just absolutely mesmerized by the game, going through, looking at what players were rated, and just reminiscing about how I wish these rosters were in FIFA 18, because this was when my love for football really was at an all-time peak, when it was really developing, and it brings back a lot of good memories. But anyways, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We will see how we have done in season number 1 with Liverpool. There it is, fellas. We have played all 38 games in the 2006-2007 Premier League season, and Liverpool are champions of England. Look at that, only 1 loss all season. We were absolutely incredible during the second half of the season. 82 points. We finished 14 points ahead of Chelsea. Fair play to Fulham. Very happy to see them in the top 3. And then Charlton Athletic in 5th position. Scrolling down the table, a few big names in there. By the way, can we just appreciate how good that West Ham United logo is? I wish they never changed. And same with Everton, to be honest. But we're going to scroll all the way down to the drop zone. Man City missing out on relegation narrowly. And it's going to be Reading, Watford and Bolton all getting relegated. Craig Bellamy did happen to finish 7th in the Golden Boot race, with Luis Garcia coming in 9th. And a cool thing about this career mode is it highlights, or FIFA 07 career mode is it highlights a lot of different stats and a lot of different things. And the player rankings for all outfield players in the Premier League, Xabi Alonso wins that honour, with Craig Bellamy coming in second. So looking at the overall tale of how this first season went, we were champions of the Premier League, runners-up were Chelsea, and that means that us, Chelsea, Fulham and Arsenal all qualify for the Champions League. We also managed to win the Cup. It wasn't the FA Cup, I believe. Actually, no, yes it was. It was the FA Cup, so we were FA Cup champions. They don't have the Carabao Cup in this career mode, which is a little frustrating, but we win the double. We beat Arsenal in the final, and that means Charlton, Man United, Newcastle and Middlesbrough all qualify for the Europa League. We had two players in the team of the season. We had Xabi Alonso and Craig Bellamy, and then Shay Given did happen to win the player of the season from Newcastle United, so fair play to him. Fiorentina did happen to win the Champions League. They beat West Ham in the final. How weird is that? They won the Champions League, and then Udinese beat Mainz in the Europa League. We've been given off the offer to re-sign with Liverpool for another season, and you bet we are going to re-sign with them. We're going to go on season number 2. We're going to sign the contract, and I'm hoping that we can win the Champions League in season number 2 with Liverpool. Financially, we don't have a ridiculous amount of money, so I'm still looking to bring in a right back, and I thought we need some finances. We want to bring in a new right back, so let's sell on Steve Finnan and get an upgrade. So Finnan looks like he's off to Stade Rennais for 55,000. So that is the conclusion of the opening transfer window for this second season, but I have signed a player with the final hour, the final moments, and I'm about to reveal you to him. He is a left back. He is not Dani Alves, but he is pretty well known, so let's go and meet our new right back. So here he is, fellas. We have signed Paulo Ferreira from Chelsea. Very well known right back in the day, and I can't show you how much we signed him for. Actually, no, I can't, because we signed him on the last hour and I can't access the transfer hub now, which is a negative about FIFA 07, but Paulo Ferreira, our new right back, 81 overall, a slight upgrade by 3 overall, but I feel like it's going to help us out in the long term. So, Paulo Ferreira, welcome to Liverpool. So, following the conclusion of the transfer window, this is what our squad looks like. A very strong side. We got Reina in goals, Paulo Ferreira, Carragher, Puyol, John Arisa, Kaka, Steven Gerrard, who's now 88 rated, Xabi Alonso, Harry Kewell, Craig Bellamy, Luis Garcia, and our bench is pretty strong as well. So let's go and have a look now at our opening Champions League group, hopefully our final Champions League group. We are in Group 4 for the Champions League. There's only 4 groups compared to however many there normally is, like 6 or whatever, 6 or 8, like in the normal Champions League. But we have a pretty tough group here. Hamburg, Lille, and AC Milan. So going to be interesting to see whether we can qualify or not. Here's a quick look at the other groups. So pretty interesting groups, pretty tough all around, but I am hopeful that we can qualify out of our group stage and get to the knockout rounds. I will see you guys once we've finished the Champions League group stages in 3, 2, 1. We absolutely killed it in the Champions League group stages. We finished top of our group with Hamburg. Milan had an absolute shocker. Lille had a pretty average campaign, but it's going to be us and Hamburg going through to the knockout rounds. So there's no round of 16. We go straight to the quarterfinals, and we're going to be taking on my favorite club, Fulham. I did not expect to be saying this, but we're going to be facing Fulham in the quarterfinals. The other quarterfinals are Barcelona and Hamburg, Deportivo and Chelsea, and Valencia and Arsenal. On the 1st of January, we are still in first position. Great stuff to see. Only 1 loss so far, and we're on 41 points. 1 point ahead of both Chelsea and Newcastle. Portsmouth trailing just behind, which is weird to see, but hopefully we can continue this run of form and get top of the league again, go back to back. But the main thing, the most important thing, is a top 4 finish, because we want to make sure we're playing Champions League next season if we don't win it this season. And here we are on the opening stages of the transfer window. Not sure if we're going to be able to sign any players. 37,000 in the budget, so if we're able to sell players then perhaps, but if not, we'll deal with the squad we've got. So, as I assumed, we weren't able to do any business. 30,000 in this game mode isn't going to get you too far. We had an offer for one of our left backs, but I don't have any intentions on selling them. So, let's go and check out our Champions League quarter-final game against Fulham. Alright, so it is time for the Champions League quarter-finals. We are at home for the first leg against Fulham at Anfield. The simulations are a lot quicker than we're used to in the FIFA 18 and FIFA 17, so we're not gonna get to watch the game through. We're just gonna simulate it and get the results straight up. So in 3, 2, 1, did we get the result? 4-0. What a result! Garcia, Pennant, Kuhl, and Kaka did get this goals. Fulham had 9 shots, none on target, but that is a great start to the first leg. Alright, we got the 4-0 lead here as we head to Craven Cottage for the second leg, the away leg. As long as we don't get absolutely destroyed, then we should be in the Champions League semi-finals. Let's pray. Come on. Come on, Liverpool. Not too often will I say I want Fulham to lose a game, but now I do. Do we go through? We go through 2-0, so 6-0 on aggregate. Luis Garcia picks up the brace. Fulham with a lot more shots in that game, but we're through to the Champions League semi-finals. Semi-final time, and we face another English side, Chelsea. They are currently sitting top of the table in the Premier League. We're in second, so they are our Premier League title rivals and now our Champions League final rivals. If we win, we get through to the final. The other semi-final is between Valencia and Hamburg. Looking back at the other legs, Valencia did beat Arsenal 5-3, Chelsea beat Deportivo 2-0, and Hamburg smashed Barcelona 5-1. So let's see how we go. Alright, same deal as always. Gonna get straight into it here. How are we gonna go against Chelsea, the away leg, and we lose 1-0? That is not what we were after. We've got to pray that we can get it back in the second leg. Salomon Kalou getting the goal there for Chelsea. An away goal would have been awesome, but it's a 1-0 loss in the first leg. Prayers up, boys. Champions League semi-final. 1-0 down. We need a big result here. We're gonna simulate it against Chelsea. And it's a 2-0 result. Get in there. Xabi Alonso and Kaka stepping up. And we're going to the Champions League final at our first time of asking to face either Hamburg or Valencia. 2-1 on aggregate. And my God, look at the shots we had. 18 shots. Yes, we've overcome it. This Liverpool side is something else. Who are we going to be facing in the Champions League final? So in the Champions League final, we are going to be facing Valencia. Now, this Valencia side, I'm pretty sure, have David Villa among some other amazing young Spanish players. It's going to be a big challenge. Looking at the semi-final, they took down Hamburg, quite easily. 3-0 in the first leg and then 0-all in the second leg. So they got through. They have had a pretty good season so far. Come on, let's do it. Before we get into it, however, we're going to have a look around the other leagues and all around the other results. So, we did not manage to go back-to-back in the Premier League. We finished in second position, 10 points behind Chelsea, who managed to win the Premier League, and then 11 points ahead of Newcastle and Portsmouth. So, a bit of daylight between us and first, and then us in third and fourth. Look at that, Blackburn up in fifth, Arsenal in sixth. Looking at the relegation zone now, who is down there? Reading, Watford, and Bolton. Wait, didn't they get relegated last season? I swear these teams got relegated last year. Am I tripping, or is there no promotion relegation in FIFA 07? Is the championship in FIFA 07? What the hell? Whatever. That's weird, but we finished second in the Premier League. Blackburn did manage to win the FA Cup. They beat Arsenal 4-2 on penalties. We were eliminated by Chelsea in round 2 of the FA Cup. Chelsea also beat us in the Community Shield, so Chelsea have got the wood over us this season, except for the Champions League, where really that's all where it counts, but 1-0 in that. So we're going to have a look at our squad report here. Total experience points. Have I not learned how to do that? I don't know what the hell is going on here in terms of growth, but this is what our squad looks like heading into the Champions League final. Hopefully we don't have to worry about next season. This could make for some quite interesting gameplay because I haven't played FIFA 07 for literally 10 years, over 10 years. So gameplay-wise, this could be quite entertaining. Hopefully we can get into it. Hopefully we don't go behind too early because whilst I'm still learning how to play this game. But anyways, let's get into it. The Champions League final, Liverpool versus Valencia. Look at the graphics. Oh my god, they're amazing. Champions League final. Let's do it. Red card? Red card in the 17th minute for Real Albiol. I was not even expecting that. Oh my god, what a start to the game. I'm still getting my eye in, I guess, in terms of the controllers. But oh my god, that is an absolute bullet of a tackle. Luis Garcia's gone down. This is not good. And we're going to have to make a substitution here. What a crazy start to the game. Luis Garcia coming off. And are we going to put Robbie Fowler or Peter Crouch? I'm going to go Peter Crouch. Here we go. Harry Kewell bolting down the midfield. Going to Craig Bellamy. What are you going to do, Craigos? Craig Bellamy playing a nice ball through there. Steven Gerrard, can he get there? He does. Gerrard crosses it. Open header. Oh, he misses. How have we missed that one? Oh my god, what is this game? Good tackle, Craig Bellamy. This game is so weird to get used to. Especially on the offense, obviously. Look how much space they're giving us. Peter Crouch, what is going on? What a save. Did you just see that defense? They've got numbers here. We're defending so weirdly. They put that one in there. It's going to fall. They're going to take the shot. And Fernando Morientes is going to miss that one to the right-hand side. Look at that. I thought we were in big trouble there. Yes, good stuff, Xabi Alonso. Feels so good playing with him. Peter Crouch now on the attack. Look at Crouchy running through here. Crouchy should have him on the end of the cross, but he's going to be doing it himself. Look at Crouchy go. The opening, puts it in there. Oh, we can't get our header to it, but it's going to fall here. Xabi Alonso outside the box falls into Craig Bellamy, who's bloody offside. What in the world? Harry Kewell going through here. Holding it up, Gerrard. If we can get in a shooting position with Gerrard, that would be awesome. We're just running through here. Steven Gerrard outside the box, tackled, gets the follow-up. What a way to start the second half. Steven Gerrard in the 47th minute. Captain is going to give us the lead here in the Champions League final. We went for the first crack. Look at this. We went for the shot like right about. We were running around, then we cut back in. Well, not really cut back in, sprinted back in. Went for the shot there, got blocked, got the follow-up, hit it again. That one's beaten the keeper, and it is 1-0 Liverpool. Here we go. Bellamy going out to Kewell. Holding down that sprint button up against Alberda. Come on, Harry Kewell, the Aussie, in there. Kaka, header, but it's straight into the hands of the keeper. Going out wide there to Vicente. It's easy. Oh, but he makes a tackle. No! Get rid of it! No! Oh, we're sliding in! I don't know what I'm doing! That one's been blown over the crossbar. I honestly don't know what I'm doing in this game. Oh, that's a ball and a half through to David Villa. Takes the shot, puts it over. David Villa is like 90 rated in this game, so we can't be giving him more opportunities like that. Here we go, we're passing it around. Craig Bellamy. Going to Harry Kewell. Crossing it in there. Come on. Peter Crouch using his size, but he can't get the header. Enough power behind it. Oh, no. They're looking to go through here. Valencia. That's a ball. Fernando Morientes forces a great save out of Pepe Reina. Just clear it. We're into 2 minutes of stoppage time here. That's not the pass I was after. I wanted to go up to friggin' John Arisa. We need to make a tackle. We need to stop Valencia. We need to get that title with Liverpool. Great tackle there. Great, terrible pass out the back. Somebody stop it. If they score now. Yes, what a tackle, John Arisa. Let's boot it upfield. That's not the kick I was going for. I'm waiting for that final cutscene. Oh dear, that doesn't help at all. That does not help at all. Still on here. They put that one in there. It falls down to David Villa. What a save. Pepe Reina. It's cleared from Paulo Ferreira. Blow the full-time whistle, referee. Oh my god, this game is so intense now. The gameplay is terrible. People think FIFA 18 is terrible, which I don't agree with. This game, not good at all. But there it is. That's the full-time whistle. Liverpool, champions of Europe once again. I don't know what celebrations we're going to get, what type of cutscene. But fellas, that is where we will conclude this FIFA 07 retro rebuild with Liverpool. If you enjoyed it, make sure as always that you leave a like on the video. Make sure you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. Check out my social media links. There's going to be no celebrations. Stevie G, man of the match. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.